Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to Good Luck to the World.
The podcast where we pretend we have life figured out just long enough to give other people advice.
Which is honestly very bold of us.
Dangerous, even.
Before we get into today's episode, we do have to address the fact that we disappeared last week.
We ghosted.
Not intentionally, though.
Life happened.
And honestly, we had conflicting schedules. Everyone had something going on, and trying to get four adults in the same place at the same time became impossible that week.
Sometimes life starts lifing.
And suddenly the calendar is your biggest enemy.
Exactly. So thank you guys for being patient with us. We missed you guys, but we are back, baby.
Back and slightly more chaotic than ever.
But we're refreshed-ish.
Allegedly organized.
Today's episode is really fun because this week you guys send us your problems, questions, situationships, career crisis, relationship drama.
Emotional damage.
Life confusion.
And maybe a few red flags.
And we are going to answer them. But as always, we are not professionals.
We are just girls with microphones.
And opinions.
Too many opinions.
So if you send us a question, thank you for trusting us with your business.
And if your question is messy,
Even better.
Let's get into it. Okay, first question. This one is actually kind of sad because I feel like a lot of people are going to relate to it. This person said, "My ex and I broke up 3 years ago, and it was his decision. He told me he had fallen out of love and that I deserved better," which honestly was true. We were together for almost 3 years. We started dating on December 25, 2020. Christmas Day. Yes, Christmas. They said that at the beginning everything felt full of love. They shared the same hobby, volleyball, and the bonding was just natural and easy. They met each other's friends, spent time together, and genuinely enjoyed each other. But then they said that as time went by, he started becoming emotionally distant. He was emotionally avoidant, and they noticed that even back then, but they really loved him. So the question now is, do people really fall out of love, or do they simply stop choosing the relationship?
That is such a good question.
And such a painful question, I feel like, at the same time.
Yeah. And then, I think both can be true, but I don't think people fall out of love in the ways movies make it sound. I don't think one day you wake up and suddenly all the love is gone. I think love usually dies in small ways first. Like you'll notice it little by little. There will be less effort, less communication, less patience, less curiosity, just less everything. And then by the time someone says, "Sorry, I fell out of love," what they really mean is, "I have been emotionally gone for a while." And then the hardest part is accepting that sometimes we don't want to be better for our other half. And we don't want to be better. We don't want to be better without them. We want the person who hurt us to become better. We want them to come back as the version we fell in love with. But sometimes closure is accepting that they may never become the person. So I think, yes, people can fall out of love, but I think more people often stop tending to the love. They stop choosing the relationship. But the thing is, love is not just something you feel, it's something you have to maintain. And when only one person is maintaining it, eventually that love turns to grief.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
it might be one of the saddest feelings you ever have to go through.
it is, for sure.
Definitely. I don't think that you can I think you can fall out of love, but I think you always love that person, because how could you really truly love somebody and then be like, "I don't love you anymore" at all? It's just, I don't know. I feel like there's just maybe pain behind it and stuff like that. But definitely, I personally think that you're always going to love that person, but definitely, could fall out of love. Maybe because you weren't tending to the relationship. Maybe you're bored. Maybe life is just too overwhelming. All of the above.
Next question. This is very Kylie coded. So Kylie, this question is for you.
Why am I always getting the emotionally expensive questions?
Because you attract them.
Because you answer them very well.
All right, fine. All right. The question is, what's your I can fix him experience?
Ooh, we're getting personal.
Okay.
This question has emotional debt.
All right. So the listener says, I loved a man so hard I started carrying both of our lives on my back. Financially, emotionally, mentally. I became the stable one while he was slowly getting comfortable being saved. In the beginning, he was everything I prayed for. Consistent, caring, sweet with his words, the kind of man that makes you think, finally. But eventually I realized some people are only good at the performance of love. There were nights I begged him to man up, to take responsibility, to meet me halfway because I was getting tired of carrying a relationship alone. I wanted a partner, not another burden I had to heal. And still, I stayed longer than I should have because I kept believing the version of him he showed me at first would come back.
That is so real.
And they ended by saying they didn't end up together, but a part of them still longs for him sometimes, not because he was good for them, but because they loved him genuinely. They still hope he's doing better now and that life has eventually taught him the lessons that they couldn't force him to learn. Oh,
That's painful.
I have done this on more than one occasion. It was a huge my family. Why'd you always date the losers? I'm with my husband now. I'm like, see what you could. I'm like, okay, thank you. But when you're in it, you do not see it. There's not a part of you that can see it. I have clung so hard to the first few months of a relationship for years, thinking, oh no, this is just a fluke thing. No, that's them showing their true colors. That is who they are. That is who they've warmed up to be, and that's who they will continue to be. And it took me a very, very long time to realize that I was not going to change that. There was nothing that I could physically do. There was not enough money I could spend. There was not enough tasks or sentimental things I could do. I was never going to be what they wanted or what they needed to pull themselves out to be what I wanted and what I needed.
It's hard.
And yeah, the last one I can think of ended up just so horribly. And I mean, for me specific, it's because I clung to the beginning. I did not for once take into account the last year of him showing his true colors. And that was a lot of growth on me. But there's no one who can prepare you for that growth. And so it is just a horrible situation to be in.
So hard. Yeah, that's definitely a challenge. I will say I'm probably like that person in the relationship, minus the financial instability. I would say that emotionally, I definitely am not a take lead person. So there is hope for people out there still because my husband puts up with it and he takes care of things. But yeah, there's just sometimes, like you said, you're just they just rely too much and you're just carrying everything and it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Makes
And
you
in my
think like,
current relationship now, I mean, my husband does everything I hated doing before, like taxes and paying the bills and all that stuff. But like, he's emotionally who he was when I met him. Like he has taken on everything I need him to take on, but he has not changed as a person, and I don't know what I would do without him.
I think there will be the right person to invest as much as this listener invested in. Because it's so worth
As
doing.
Megan Maroney best said, if you think I'm too much, go find less.
Yes.
I love that.
Exactly.
Go find less.
Okay, Kate, the next one is for you because you've been in the longest relationship out of all of us. So unfortunately, that makes you our resident expert.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you have tenure.
Professor.
I hate it here.
The question, Kate, is what conversations should couples have before settling down?
Ooh.
Thanks a lot, Vanessa. Not the obvious stuff like favorite color or where do you want to live. I'm talking about things like how much alone time do you need? Like, what's your definition of clean? How often do you expect to see family? Who handles, what life, when life gives you stress, like, how do you handle that? Are we talking 1 dog, 3 dogs? Are we talking kids? Are we raising them religiously? I mean, there's a lot really that people kind of forget to go through. I do think you have to go through at least a couple sets of holidays together, it does.
Less than a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty insane, but I would definitely advise, talking about stuff, even the hard conversations, because, when you get older, it's like, are we wasting our time here? Are we going to do this? Are we figuring this out? So, I personally think just like getting everything out on the table almost instant is going to save you, like when you're older, from wasting time. And I feel like people would appreciate that. But
How
I don't
long
know.
were you guys been dating before you got married?
Yeah. We were together probably 8 years before we got married. And we've been
See,
married 8 years.
I think a lot of these things come up organically. When
Yeah.
you are together that long, it's when I
Yeah.
see couples that are engaged in like 7, 8 months, and I'm like, oh, you guys do need to sit down and address these things because you haven't had enough time for them to come up organically.
Yeah.
When we sat and did our marriage counseling, therapy, whatever, before we got married, they ask us all these questions and they give us this worksheet and we answered them all. I was like, we've been together long enough that this is all things that have been, came up along the last 6 years. And I think that's a huge benefit to dating for a long, long time. I'm not saying 6 years this should be the normal. No.
And starting as best friends, too. I think that's really important because we started as best friends. Actually, we hated each other, and then we started as best friends.
Good old enemies to lovers.
Yes, exactly.
That's so
I
nice.
also just think like finances. I know that's like such a big thing, but that's like such a high rate of divorce is finances, because finances aren't talked about ahead of time. And like obviously, like I feel like, just to add on to what Kate said, like realistic goals, like you just have to have those in order to like get to that point of like relationship. Obviously, I'm not in a like super long relationship, so I'm gonna sit in the back seat. But like that would be me. That would be me. Faith, like finances, faith, realistic goals, like definitely important.
I know this is still far from settling down, but my boyfriend are getting a dog next month, and
That's
and
so
like
exciting.
we're talking about like the smallest things about getting a dog, like how like what food will we make, will we feed her, things like this. We really have to talk about like how much money do we set aside, and like who could get to work remote, where are we putting the dog when we're both at work, who could
Yeah, you have to talk
dog
about
sit.
that stuff.
You think like my husband, and I think like obviously just myself. And I literally looked at him and I said, "Are you gonna break up with me if I get a dog?" And I strategically did that at brunch with my mom and my sister at the table. And he looked at me and said, "I'm not gonna
That's
break up
so
with you." And I
funny.
said, "Okay, then you need to start mentally preparing because I'm getting a dog." And that was all there was to it.
See, and a lot of people would be like, why would you do that? You guys didn't talk about that. That's the other thing, too, though. It's like when you have been together also for that long, things are bound to change, like what your wants are, what your needs are. What do maybe you wanted a house in the suburbs and now you want to travel somewhere international and live there. Not talking from personal advice, but yeah. So, I mean, I do think that things are allowed to change, too, but you just have to be able to grow together,
I was gonna say we had been together 4 years. Like there weren't the questions of, okay, well Kylie's gonna have the dog all full time. Well, he did ask, well, who's gonna take it if we want to make a spontaneous trip to Kansas City for a weekend? And I said, Lyndon, we've been together for 4 years. Have we ever taken a spontaneous trip to Kansas City for the weekend? Well, what if we want to? I said, then my mom will take him.
You start thinking about the what ifs for sure.
He gave me one after the book, and he did not like that I had an answer for every single one of them.
Which was just like a general answer. It's like,
Okay, Jazz, this next one feels very much like you would answer beautifully, so I'm handing this to you.
Oh, okay, let's do it. I love that.
All right. The question is, how do you keep dreaming big while handling real life responsibilities?
Okay, that's a good one, and I want the answer too, so I'm all ears.
And also very adult. I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I think that is very adult, but I think like
We just give
obviously
our
staying
crazy
grounded.
question to our youngest member. Crazy question to our youngest.
Is Jess the
Let's hear
youngest?
it.
What, really the youngest?
Yes, that is the youngest.
I am definitely the oldest.
Wait, Jess, how old are you?
I'm 28. Well, I'll be 28 in August.
Oh, to be 28.
I'll be 30 in August.
I'm going to be 42 in October, so I got you all beat by like double. I could pretty much be your guys' mom, probably.
No, my mom's 57.
Well, I'm pretty close to there, so.
No.
Oh, you're not. Stop it. Vanessa, how old are you?
Jazz is not the youngest.
How old are you?
Thank you.
I'm 24.
Thank you.
Did I know this before?
No.
I don't know. I don't think we've ever talked about it.
Oh my god, Vanessa, I assumed that you were like in between me and Kate.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You guys are
the
mature,
most
though. That's the only
mature
reason you're
24-year-old
very
I've ever
mature.
met besides my sister.
Yeah, a lot of people that I meet thinks I'm like 18. You're like the first person who thinks I'm like in the 30s.
It's because you're
So
That's
mature.
We're not basing it on visual appearance. We're literally basing it on how mature you are.
You are a lot more mature than I am, honestly.
Yeah, dude, ditto, me too. I thought Vanessa at least had like, I don't know, 6 months on me.
I'm extremely immature. Like, if it wasn't for my husband, like, conducting my life, I don't even know where I would be at, to be honest with you.
Oh, you have a full-time babysitter too, Kate? Join the club.
Yes, I do. I have a full-time literal babysitter.
Okay, sorry, Jasmine. I didn't mean to side rail this. Let's go ahead and hear it. You are not the youngest, but I would love to hear it.
let me just repeat the question. Jazz, how do you keep dreaming big while handling real life responsibilities?
Okay, so how I would answer that is staying grounded. Obviously, like when you're going through the motions, it's so easy to just go through the motions and not realize where you are. So staying grounded, staying true to yourself, and also just like being thankful. I don't know. I'm a very religious person, at least. Like, so I always thank God for giving me all the things that I have. But I'm also someone who's like, you have to remind anyone who will listen that the grass isn't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water it. So like if you do all XYZ, things are built to come to you in fruition and things like that. And I'm huge on manifesting and bringing it to life and seeing it come. So I feel like that's, even though we try to stay dreaming big, focusing on the next thing, you still obviously will always have those real life responsibilities. So
I love that.
I like focusing on like the next step. Like it's a step by step. Like you don't get successful tomorrow.
Oh, that's really smart. I'm the opposite. I'm like, let's just hope for the best. I try not to think too much about the future because then I get overwhelmed. So I should
I'm
probably,
right there with you.
yeah.
day by day. You can also do day by day. You can also do day by day.
I'm like,
It's a
hour by
tomorrow
hour.
problem. It is a tomorrow problem until it is a right now problem. That is how I live.
Exactly. It's like not even a problem until it's a right now problem. So,
I got a speeding ticket one time, and I was like, I don't have to pay it until the 14th. Like, I just knew that in my head. And I got on, and it was like the 12th, and I was like, well, let me take care of this. He was like, due, like, an hour later.
I paid it still a day before I would have done it. So
Yeah.
good job.
No, I think they would have, like, it was a speeding ticket. I think they literally, like, it was the court hearing for a speeding ticket. I was like, I just need to get on and pay the fine. Like, I can't do anything about it. I got the ticket. And I was like, oh, I don't have to do it till the 14th. No, it was the 12th. I've never been, I don't know why I chose to look it up on the 12th, but I did. And it was like 2 hours before it needed to, like, it just, like,
Oh my god.
That is
you have to
so
pay it
funny.
before court begins. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. Court began at
Type B personalities are the best, honestly. We're fun.
Yeah, so you don't have a type A to help you manage.
We're like, surprise.
Yeah, life is exciting that way.
Yes,
No, it's not,
exactly.
because
You keep life
normally-
exciting and stressful.
Or yeah, I was gonna say, Kate, normally those surprises are things that I just left for myself later. They're not from anyone else. They're from me.
Yeah, adult surprises are definitely not the same for sure.
Ugh.
Okay, this one is for Vanessa. So the question is it better to build your career quietly or document the journey online?
I think the answer depends on your personality. But in general, I don't think it has to be one or the other. I think you could build your career quietly and still document intentionally. For me, building quietly means like you're not announcing every move before it's ready. Because you're protecting the work while it's fragile, but like
Right.
documenting the journey online can also be powerful. And like if you get a result out of your hard work and posting it online, it keeps you motivated to keep doing more outcomes and posting more, and it gives you that it gives you that thrill, it gives you that motivation to have more reasons to post more because you're doing your work. It builds credibility too, and it creates opportunities because sometimes people don't know what you do, and they don't know what you're good at or what you're building unless you show them. And I think a lot of people are afraid to post their career journey because they feel like they're not successful enough yet. But this is the same as what Jazz is saying, that like focus one at a time, like step by step. Every step counts, every step is success, and every step is a journey towards your goal. And I think it's so beautiful if you can document that. You don't have to post it online for anyone to see, but at least you have something to look back on.
Like a
If you,
vision board.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I like posting when I have some success stories, just so like I expand my portfolio, and like I also see what my progress look like whenever I look at my LinkedIn or my Facebook or whatever. That's me. But then other people loves to be quiet about it, and that's good too. But my bottom line is that document everything so that you have something to look back on.
And then other people document stuff and then don't give you credit for it, which is really fun too.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a little drama we're not in like that.
That sounds personal.
Sounds like a little jab.
Guys might be filled in. I might be the only one that has no idea what's going on here.
No, it's just something at work.
I have no
We'll just leave it at that.
Can we go to a life update real quick while we're talking about work?
Yeah.
Guys, would you like to?
Yeah.
I work with Vanessa and Kate. I finally work from home. I'm so excited. I love it.
I saw your breakfast post this morning and I felt so warm in my heart. I was like, she is at home where she belongs.
I will be the one that when they're like, "Oh yeah, at work the other day," and I'll be like, "Huh? Who? What? Huh?"
No one deserves it more, so I'm super happy about it.
When I first got to work after my vacation, I looked at Teams and searched Jazz's name right away to make sure that
I almost added a team of us three, and I was like, no, let me be normal. Let me be normal.
No, that is totally abnormally and wonderful. We would love it. We would absolutely love it.
Vanessa, back on topic.
Okay.
Building quietly. I 100% built my business quietly. It's a lot of fun because when people don't know what you're doing and then all of a sudden you get to show them and their eyes get real big-eyed, like, oh.
Yeah, that's
You-
so nice.
Like my favorite, like when I first opened the studio and I was like starting to tell people about it, my favorite question was, and who's the owner? Me.
Aw.
Hi. Hello, you're looking at her.
That must
That
be a
is
good
so
feeling.
I think it took a lot of courage to like build your own business, Kylie, and like building
It's-
it like
It
silently.
was hands down. I was able to do it because of the support system I had in the background.
That's so nice. Yeah, support system is really great. Like a strong
Yes,
support
you have one, definitely.
Good. Hey, we're all right here.
You guys are my support system, and Justin is my support system, and Caden.
He's your
still
support
talks to me.
manager. He's the manager, and we're the support system.
Yeah, they talk for Katie. He's like my IT guy, so.
That's really funny.
Okay, quick emotional check-in. So far, we have discussed heartbreak, men we cannot fix, marriage conversations, dreams, careers.
We have all had one full therapy session.
But for free.
And possibly unlicensed. Actually, definitely unlicensed.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, but we've been allegedly helpful.
But okay, the next one is messy.
Messy how?
Married people messy.
Oh no.
Kylie, I'm giving you this one because it's messy, it's emotional, it's complicated. Exactly the kind of thing that needs a very honest, very candid answer.
That's me. Okay. Oh boy. The listener says, and I am reading this for the first time as you guys are hearing it, so bear with me. Oh no. Okay. I'm in love with my married friend who is a teacher, and I'm a married teacher also. She is not happy, and I haven't been for a while. We kissed the other day, and it's all I can think about. I've never felt this way. I told my wife I wasn't happy and wanted to split, and she has not told her husband yet. Do you think she ever will, and what do I do?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. What?
That
That sounds like a smut bug. Please write it.
I need a PhD for this.
That's crazy.
dude, I don't know. I'm not a.
Okay, first advice, find a therapist.
Yes, absolutely find a therapist. Take a different job, second of all. You guys should
Okay.
not be in close to quarters.
I am going to be the one to bring the bad advice in, but the really hot and exciting because life is boring and why make it really
Like,
more
fuck
boring?
you, teacher
So, like,
pound.
I say go with it if you're feeling it and you guys have already told your spouses and shit is
Well,
over,
yeah,
then fucking do it.
She hasn't told hers.
Oh, I thought it said she did. Oh, my bad.
No, it says, do you think she
Oh,
ever
hers doesn't know. Okay, okay.
He's
I
straight up a
my
fair.
advice.
She's having a straight up. If they've only kissed once, so if they continue, she's having a straight up affair. He at least sounds like he's done
Hold
something.
on. If
I
they
wouldn't call it an
continue.
affair.
No, they've already
They already kissed. Dude, emotional affair is the same thing as physical affair.
Like, so kissing, you're saying?
Well, they obviously feel connected enough to make a move.
That's true, yeah.
It's not like they were 20-year-olds drunk at a party playing spin the bottle.
Yeah, because they just ended
They're
up in each other's
They're
car.
two consenting adults that soberly made the decision to kiss not their spouses. He did the right thing. He went home and told his wife that he's not happy and wants to split. He's saying, is she ever going to tell her husband? No, honey, she's not. No, you're a little fun little work fling.
Yeah.
No.
You're not
You will never see the light of day with her. Tuck tail and move on.
I don't know.
I think this is a tough one because obviously she needs to tell her husband. Obviously, there's something wrong at home. You know, you're not
And
just
then
going to go out.
how long do you give her to tell her husband? Like, okay,
Well,
yeah, I'll be with you undercover for how long?
I'm not
She
going
could
to
probably tell him right away for sure. I mean, she
Well, and I'm not
should.
going to throw any of my friends under the bus, but I know plenty of women that got a little bit bored at home, and it just took like, oh yeah, no, I'm not doing that, and then they're right back. Like nothing happened. I'm
Wow.
like, you basically almost could have had enough. Yeah, but I decided I didn't want to. That wasn't okay. First of all, those things don't match up in my head, but whatever.
No, you're right. When it comes to real advice, yes. I'm into all these smut books. So, like, literally, I'm like, okay, let's do this, see what happens. But it's obviously not good advice. So,
like, yeah, hook up in the teacher's lounge, like, for the story.
No.
Jasmine's like, that's where I draw the line. I don't know. It's just, I don't think that there's a chance at this working out. It's like, I don't know. I listened to a podcast the other day, and the guy's like, well, if I murder your husband, can we be together? Well, he didn't do it.
That's very extreme.
All right, I know. Let's go point 1 to point 10. But still, it's like they're not, if she hasn't made a move or told you that she's planning on doing this,
Nothing's happening.
or trying to communicate with you on how she can move forward, to tell her husband, drop it, I'm so sorry to break the news, you're going to end up like me from segment 2 where you just can't let it go.
It's oddly specific.
Well, it's my story.
All right. Well, wow. speaking speaking of jobs and staying miserable because your mistress doesn't want to be with you. The next one is for you.
Okay. Okay. This is from one of our listeners. Do I quit my job or stay even though I'm miserable every day except for the tiny 2 days off I get? And one of those days is just housework. That question is like all too real, guys. All too real. Like I feel like this was purposely selected for me.
Yeah, that is too real.
The one day off is housework that I feel like before I got my work from home job, I literally, that's like personally attacking me because I literally would be like, okay, well, I have to at least like clean, reset. Like I made Sunday my Sunday reset because I had to, because otherwise the rest of the week wasn't fun, you know? So it's like, that's just not, yeah. Ugh, that's messed up.
No, it definitely is. And I will say, like I said, this is oddly too perfect for me right now because, you know, misery is everywhere right now. It's not just me, you know, there's everybody's just kind of suffering. It's like you're going to have the same shit at a different place, unfortunately. And there's no running from it. You know, we're all in hell, really. So it's like, you know, you just have to keep plowing through it. So my advice is don't do anything insane, you know, think about stuff thoroughly. I know sometimes we can get super emotional when we, you know, have life kind of coming down on us constantly and then we end up making out with a married teacher, but you know, like, don't do that. Like you can't do that. So that is my advice and it's probably horrible, but yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, realistic advice is that don't quit your job until you have a new one lined up.
Yes, that's valid advice. But oh.
Yeah, and don't do anything horrible like tell people that you're planning on quitting or like tell people your job search. That will always get back to your boss.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep it close, do it on your own terms, and only start talking about it when you have a second job.
I do believe in work best friends, though, and there are people that will not stab you in the back. Like, there really are. It's very few, but you have to be careful.
Best friends that you think are your best friends that absolutely are just waiting for the point to stab you in the back.
And then there's that, yeah.
You don't ever know the difference, so just don't tell them.
That's valid advice.
So your work bestie is not your real bestie.
But what if your work bestie is really your bestie?
That's different. You know what? That is the exception to the rule.
Okay, cool.
I just recently got portrayed. I really thought my work bestie was my work bestie, and she was not. She was not at all. So
yeah, she's a wretched wench. Horrible.
I think you should share.
This bee, man, she was awful to you.
Yeah, so I mean, that's all I'm gonna say about her. But yeah, that's just like not worth it.
Jasmine, will you share the story for our listeners that have no idea what we're talking about?
She's like,
yeah,
no.
I'll give her a little bit, but just that like we were like very close, very like we used to go to lunches together all the time. For like 2 years. And so we used to talk about all the things that annoyed us at that job, how awful it was, how we both wanted to get work from home jobs, all this stuff. And like, I thought she was a real like true friend. And I listened to all her drama about her relationship. She listened to mine. If I had, you know, all that stuff going on, and it just felt like real stuff because we talked about real stuff that wasn't just about work. Right. And so then basically comes out to me telling her I have a new job before I told anybody else. And she literally goes, "Did you tell them?" And I was like, "No, I'm processing everything. I'm telling them by the end of the day." And then I get a text and basically saying from my manager, like, or getting told to call my manager. So I call my manager and he's like, "Well, word on the street is you already have a new job." And I was like, "Oh, is that so?" Like,
what a backstabbing hoe bag.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I texted her and I said my piece, but it's just like, man,
Will you ever talk to her again?
thought we were. My friend radar was not doing good that 2 years.
Did you confront her though about it? Honestly,
Oh, I just texted her and then I blocked her because she was typing. It was going to
blocked
Keep your
I don't wake
peace.
up thinking about
Blank
you.
slate.
I'm so proud of you, Jasmine, for being able to block someone because that's like something I've never been able to do.
especially mid sentence.
No, I'm like, at least want to know what you had to say.
You guys, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good on that.
Bubble.
You're like, there's nothing you can say that's gonna make things okay. So
Yeah.
bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia.
I was like,
Bye,
yeah,
Felicia.
I gotta speak my piece. That's all I had.
That's so
Well,
funny.
thank you for sharing that, Jasmine. I thought that was a good thing for people to hear because it happens, and it can happen in a 2-year relationship the same it can in a 2-week relationship.
I feel like because you told the story and this is like unsolicited advice, I feel like I should tell you that you need to do something crazy and like write her phone number on like a bathroom stall somewhere. Like that was that was messed up.
Have you heard
on
of
the end?
about
I was
the
like,
girl?
I will pray for you and your beautiful children because I just like I don't have.
Oh my gosh, you're so nice. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
That's cute. No, I would have went the key route. Have you ever seen those girls that they buy like they go to like a Goodwill or whatever and they buy like 17, I don't know, 100 like just random keys and they
What?
hook those little nameplates too and then they drop them in Walmart, Target, wherever it says if found, please call. And she wrote her ex's number on like 400 keys.
That is hilarious.
Spread them around the city and
That
I
is
heard
the
he
best.
I heard he had to change his phone number, but
That is
no, this was not me. For record, I did not do this. Have I thought about doing this? Yes, on more than one occasion.
You
but
got
I
it, Kylie. No problem.
Okay, so I have a story that was sent in, and basically, like, this is very real. I feel like this is very real, but basically, they asked, how do you stop comparing your timeline to everyone else's, especially when it feels like everyone around you is getting married, having kids, buying houses, or getting their dream job?
Yeah, this is such a good question, and honestly, I think everyone struggles with this at some point.
Especially with social media. That's where I compare myself most and I hate it.
Yeah, social media makes it look like everyone is ahead.
Yeah, that's why when I think about this, like just like giving advice, the first thing that like came to my mind was like comparison is a thief of joy. So you look at social media and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had their life. But then on the back end, you don't know that they're, dealing with getting yelled at every night, but they're dealing with this or they're dealing with that. Like it's just like comparison as you look and compare yourself to other people's life, it takes away from yours. So it's like, oh, I don't have the penthouse. I don't have the penthouse suite. And it's like someone who's begging for food. I don't even have somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. So it's like that level of like comparing yourself to what other people have will always let you be misfortunate to what you have. And so it's just like, you got to focus on the things you can control. And like I said earlier, it's just like day by day, go by day, focusing on the next thing, focusing, on the things you can control.
I have two things here for like everybody.
Great advice, Beth.
How many people do you know, like personally, that what they're putting on Instagram and Facebook and their social media posts is nowhere near what is actually going on in their real life?
Well, yeah, you're gonna want to post what looks good.
They're
Like, you don't want to post bad stuff. You know what I mean? Like, who would want to do that?
But I mean, they are over exaggerating the good. I mean,
100%.
There are women I know personally, and I'm like, I know that your 6,000 followers don't know you, but I see you once a month, and like you are lying your fucking ass off.
Yeah,
it's every post you make.
I do want to say something too about the timelines, because I do feel like timelines, especially when it comes to relationships, like how are we supposed to keep up with everyone's timeline? You know what I mean? Like there's someone getting married at 22, another single at 35, someone else is having kids, buying a house, getting divorced, remarrying, moving cross country. And somehow we're supposed to all know what the right timeline is. It's like, it's too much stress. You know what I mean? Like the pressure's too much. Like, I feel bad for those people. Like, I should be married by now, or I should have kids by now, or, there's something, I should be purchasing a home. It's like, no, the world, everybody's perspective is different. What you're going through is different, and it's completely normal. And I don't know who set these guidelines and timelines, but who cares? Like, fuck these people. You know what I mean? Like, do what you need to do when you do it and when it happens, and like, don't stress about it. That's my advice on that.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you there, girl. There's also, I mean, like, two sides of this where I went through, like I said, Lyndon and I dated for almost 6 years before we got married, where I was sitting on the back burner going, oh, I'm watching girls that have been dating for a year and a half. They're engaged. Oh, they're married. Oh, I would not trade our timeline for anything. Like, do not compare it to anyone else's, because what worked for us isn't going to work for anyone else. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be unique to you and you two alone. If you are doing things for the sake of your social media posts, you really need to rethink, the relationship that you're in, or whatever it is that you're trying. If what you're doing is based on, oh, I need to do this so I can post it, you're not in it for the right reasons.
100%. Definitely agree on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out we have more problems than we thought.
Yes, the people are going through it.
Respectfully.
And we are listening. So this next one is pretty heavy. The listener said she and her husband separated when their son was barely a year old. They never officially divorced, but the separation slowly turned into separate apartments, separate routines, separate lives. At first, they tried co-parenting normally, but then his job transferred him to another state temporarily and somehow became permanent, which is really difficult. Visits became phone calls became excuses, and now their son's 10 years old. The hard part is that their son still lights up every time his dad says he's coming soon. Recently, the husband said he wanted to take their son for the entire summer so they could finally bond properly. At first, she thought it sounded sweet and important, but then little things started bothering her. He kept asking if their son could stay longer than the summer. His new girlfriend was suddenly involved in every conversation. He casually mentioned that the girlfriend's family had already bought their son a bedroom set for their house, a house the mom has never ever seen before. So then after a video call, her son asked mom, if dad lives there now, why can't I just live there too?
Oh
my gosh.
that hurts.
Yeah, that would scare any mom, honestly. Now she's wondering if she should say no to the trip entirely, or if she's being selfish because she's scared her son might enjoy their, kind of life too much. What really upset her was when her husband said, you could finally get some time to yourself, as if motherhood is just a babysitting shift and she wants a break from. So the question is she overthinking this, or is her gut trying to warn her?
Go with your gut.
Yeah, that's a really tough one, honestly, because I didn't have to deal with another parent, so for me, it was, kind of different, but I can understand, the love of a parent and not wanting them to really, have more fun somewhere else. But at the same time, like, why not have them have more fun somewhere else, have another loving family, have another place that's comfortable and fun, and just have like more love than they had before. So I kind of look at it more like that, but I do understand the other side of it where, she is a single mom at this point. The dad's got a new woman, their place is better. The kid wants to go live there. She's feeling betrayed. Yeah. So I kind of get it. I get it.
I definitely feel like if there was an introduction of like that girlfriend, or like even like some side to include her, like maybe they could have that co-parenting, but it's just like
she wants to feel involved, not replaced.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And when a child comes up and says, well, why can't I just live there? That to me would feel like your child is like asking, you're getting replaced by this new girlfriend. And that I have no experience with this, but I can tell you that would be a crushing feeling.
I think what the mom feels is that, like, she's just the second option now. Yeah. And that hurts.
And also the touch of like they never officially divorced, so that, I mean, I know they're separated.
Yeah, I don't think she's overthinking this for a bit.
Yeah.
Ugh, awful. But good luck.
and please let us know how everything turns out.
Yes, we are invested.
Yeah, I would like an update on this one for sure.
For sure. On all of them, honestly.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, the next one is mine. It is short, but it is very serious.
Short ones are always either funny or terrifying.
No in between.
All right, the listener said, my 16-year-old son got a girl pregnant. My wife and I are considering kicking him out of the house.
Ooh, oh wow. Wow.
This is very short, but a lot.
Like a full family crisis in one sentence. Like that's what I'd send to the therapist. Like, why do you need to meet?
Yeah, exactly. I guess so. The question here is basically, what do you do when your teenager makes a life-changing mistake and your first reaction is anger, disappointment? I don't know, anything. Do we make them face the consequences?
I think that people mess up, you know?
I couldn't. I in my heart could not do it. I couldn't do it. It'd be this is a family thing. We'll work through this.
Yep.
We're going to get through this. We're going to prevent this from happening again in the future. This will be a learning lesson, yes, but you're not deserted and you're not on your own. I couldn't imagine the amount of times that I screwed up. I mean, not on the fact that I was pregnant, but at the point where it seemed so serious at the time. Not an 18-year commitment serious, but very serious. And I don't know how I would have gotten through it without my parents, without my family, and without my support system. I think if your child is young enough and at a point in his life where he can make this mistake, then he still needs his parents to help him through this mistake. This is an oopsie. And as a parent, if you have the opportunity to help your child and the financials to help your child and the relationship with your child that you want to preserve, there's no reason in my head that you would ever kick your son out.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I gotta say, it would be a group effort. Unfortunately, I wouldn't want to, but it would be a group effort.
That's not something anybody ever plans for, but I think it's something that everyone comes together for.
100%.
That's Okay, guys, I think we need a little break from the emotional damage.
Please, that was a lot.
Yeah, for our nervous systems.
Yeah, what's next?
This one simply says Missouri drivers are people who don't know how to drive, with a lot of exclamation point and question marks.
That is not a question. That is a cry for help. I can speak on this personally.
It is a road rage in written form.
I honestly respected it. I do.
I think I don't think it's just Missouri drivers. I think every state has the worst drivers in the world, because being on the road brings out everyone's villain origin story. And some people just takes traffic laws as suggestions. Like, they don't have blinkers on, they just randomly brake on the left lane while you're going 100 miles per hour. The speeding when you're trying to pass them. And my advice is just assume that everyone is about to do something stupid. You gotta keep your distance. Just use your signal. Like, don't do what the stupid people are trying to do.
If only it was that simple.
I really wish it was that simple.
If it was that simple, no one would let me drive.
I can tell you guys though. So I drive in New York, and New York drivers are very fast. They're very impatient, just like me. I'm one of them. And then when we went to South Carolina, everyone's so chill, annoyingly chill.
Wow.
You drive too slow for me.
You're like, can you move it? And then you're like, okay, why am I in a hurry? Calm down, take a deep breath.
True. Sometimes just gotta relax.
It's so funny.
The next one is very real. The listener said the cost of living keeps rising. It's messing with quality of life. No one talks about it, but everyone's dealing with it. And like, this is something that I like talked to personally about my friends. And like, we were sitting around a table and I was just like, tell me your problems. Like, I just want to talk to like a group of people, and these just like volleyball people, and just hear what their problems were. And this is one of them. So I'm just like, that is so real. I was like, I'm definitely having to talk about it.
Yeah, that is so true. Everyone is feeling it.
Literally everyone.
So I feel like I guess basically they're asking, how are people supposed to keep living, dreaming, saving, going out, and enjoying life when everything keeps getting more expensive? And I think a lot of people are frustrated with that because it feels like they're doing everything they were told to do. Like, everyone, even like my mom was like, go to school, get a degree, find a husband, have kids. Like, there's the whole family, like, idealistic of like everything. Go buy a house, go do this, go do that you're told to do. Um, and looking at buying a house. In 1985, the median house cost about 3.5 times the median household income. Today, it's around 5 times the median household income nationally. That just means like home prices have grown much faster than wages over the last several decades. Yeah. And I just feel like the problem isn't like just that things cost more; it's that incomes haven't always kept up with the pace. Yeah. That's always something huge that I talk about with friends. It's just like the National Association of Home Builders reported that in late 2025, a family earning the national's median income would need roughly a third of its income just to cover the mortgage payment on a median price new home. Lower income households would need to spend more than 2/3 of their income. I'm like, 2/3?
Wow.
Just like, that's why people feel so stuck. Like, they're not saying they expect luxury. They're just saying they want to be able to rent an apartment, buy groceries, save a little money, maybe buy a house, like take a vacation once a year, eventually just, cross all those things off the list. So it's just like when people hear just work harder, it can feel dismissive because many people are already working harder than ever. And the data shows that housing affordability is near some of the worst levels seen in modern records, with typical household often earning tens of thousands less than what's needed to comfortably qualify for a medium price home.
It's so sad.
And so when people say the system is broken, what they're really saying is that the traditional formula, work hard, save money, you'll steadily build a better life, doesn't feel as reliable as it once did.
It's because we were lied to as children.
Yeah.
We were told if we go to school and we get an education and if we work hard, we will have the life we want.
I will say though, they probably weren't accounting for like inflation and like all the war, like all the crazy stuff that's going on.
COVID coming.
I mean, you guys heard what a house, a median paced house price was back when our parents and grandparents were trying to buy a house.
It's absolutely sickening what we're required to do.
What is it now?
Oh, it's insane. Like, it's insane. You need at least like 3 incomes now.
Yeah, it's per spouse.
Yeah,
it's
sad.
Like very my husband is the only. I know I've said this, the only person I know with 2 full-time jobs, but I mean, it is like we're lucky to be able to have those two full-time jobs and plus my career, but it's just insane.
I am trying to count my blessings more, but it definitely is hard. It's very hard.
When I look at what my parents bought their first home for, like I want to throw up. I'm like, what? Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I was like, in my lifetime, I've paid more than that in taxes, and I'm not even 30.
Yeah, we live in a different. We should have lived in a different decade.
I know. Well, I did, other than you guys, but I'm from way back when there was VHS tapes and.
Hey, I had that. Absolutely.
That's true. You guys did for a little tiny bit of time.
We're the weird generation where we grew up like weird. Like us turning like I think it's like 28 to 34, 32, 33 somewhere in there. The generation who has seen the most change.
Yeah.
We were born without the internet. Junior high, we had the internet. High school, we had the internet on our phones. College, everything was tap pay online. Everything was virtual. I mean,
so crazy.
Jasmine, how do you feel about that? Or Vanessa, did you have VHSs?
People think I'm Gen Z. I'm not really Gen Z. I'm in the middle of like millennial and Gen Z. I don't know.
Because 1998 was the last year.
Yeah.
No, I'm 2001, but I'm
Yeah,
very
okay,
close
so
to
Oh
the
my
no,
90s.
god,
no.
you're 2000s, baby!
No, you're Gen Z.
Holy
But the
cow.
thing is,
No,
the thing is, I was raised in the Philippines, so we're not as modern there. So whatever is
Okay.
like trending is in 2013 in America, trends in 2016 in the Philippines. So I'm like, I'm behind.
All
So
right. I'll give you that one. I will give you that.
okay, next one is about ghosting.
Immediately, yes.
This is going to trigger some people.
good.
Okay. Jazz was sitting at a table with her volleyball friends and asking them, "What are your problems?" Someone said, "Ghosting. Just be honest." She had just gone on a date with a beautiful girl and felt everything went well, and then was told by text she just wanted to be friends, which she accepted, but then was still ghosted from then on after weeks of no contact. Be honest. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
definitely sucks.
Um, has she seen Off Campus?
Hmm.
True.
True. I love Off Campus because they talk about ghosting in it, and they just like, I don't know. I love that show. So that's my putting
Kate,
it.
Vanessa, have you seen it?
I haven't
No.
seen it. I've
All
never
right,
even
mark for the room. You can
Okay.
thank me later. Don't cry.
I am in like 4 book clubs and have like 4 more books to read. I don't know if I can do it.
It's
I'll have to
8 episodes on Amazon Prime. You got it. It took me a day.
nice. I'll have to check it out.
You won't want to stop. Me and Jasmine, yeah, they go through ghosting, and I think they address it in a very positive way. Wouldn't you say, Jazz?
Yeah, to the best
Really?
abilities of ghosting can be done.
I was gonna say I don't feel like anything about ghosting is positive because like I'm just like a straight shooter. So like if you don't want to talk anymore, just be like I don't want to talk or I don't want to hang out. Like
No,
it's
that's
super
exactly
simple.
what she was saying. Like
Yeah.
you could have just been honest. You could have just said like, "Hey, I'm not interested anymore." Or like it takes a second and like it takes five words like, "Hey, I'm not interested." Like I don't even want to be
Okay,
friends. I think
okay,
that's root of it all. Like to be like, "Hey, like oh, we might have a thing," and then be like, "Okay, well, actually, I just want to be friends," and then to like not be a good friend. That just
Yeah. Don't even waste the effort if you're gonna be like that. Definitely not. But
what is
I like
what
fake
is
stuff.
a situation where I have a friend and she had like specifically told this guy that like she was only gonna be friends with him. And that was all fine and dandy, and I don't know, like 6 months in, like all of a sudden he's like, "I have feelings for you," and she's like, "I told you, like I only see you as your friend." And then he got like obsessive, and she finally just had to like quit replying. Is that ghosting?
Mm,
There's
yeah.
a valid reason.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because I'm a polite person too. Like sometimes overly polite.
He
So
is
I
too, but
think that.
she literally couldn't. Like she's like, he can't get it through his head.
Yeah, I mean, if he can't get it through his head and it becomes like weird, block him. Yeah, that's not ghosting at that point. Like you're like, dude, I said no. Like that's
Yeah.
off.
Well, then that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, he needs to back off.
He just quit replying. He like after months gave up. So sad.
You got the hint. Finally.
Yeah, I just feel like it's different in the situation. It just depends, but definitely like you know it's hard because they're not interested. They're interested. They're overwhelmed. They're not overwhelmed. They change their mind. It's back and forth. It's back and forth, and it's just like it's not.
Like,
I feel like it's so easy to just be like, "Hey, I'm done." Like, "Hey, I'm
Yeah,
good."
it's exhausting. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't meet the height
ChatGPT.
requirements for your emotional roller coaster. Like I can't deal with it. And then, but like just telling them that, I wish you could be more straightforward with people because I feel like I come off as like super blunt because I will just say how I'm feeling. Like, hey, I don't really feel social tonight. And it's like, that's okay to say that. You're not being rude. You're being honest because you're like, hey, I just don't feel like being talkative right now. But then people get upset. They take it the wrong way. Like you got to tiptoe around everybody for everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard because you can't be direct. Like, and it just makes things more difficult, really, in my opinion.
I have been ghosted, and that fucking sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, I just remember like sitting in my sorority bed, being like, "Well, okay."
Yeah, that's must gotta feel like unsettled, you know, like it's just unfinished. It's like, okay, well,
Yeah, there's no closure to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
I don't think I'm attached enough to people to really care about it. I'd be like, there's certain people I wish would ghost me.
I can't with you.
I'm the opposite.
Next one is a messy friend group drama.
Ooh, I love these.
Those are dangerous.
Definitely. Let us hear it.
Okay, the listener said their friend constantly makes slick comments like, well, some of us can actually afford that whenever they go out. Last night, the friend did it again in front of a guy she liked. So the listener finally snapped and said, girl, you literally have 3 repossessions and your mom pays your phone bill.
Oh my god.
No.
The table definitely had to have gone silent.
It did. The listener said that the whole table went silent. The friend started crying in the bathroom, and now everyone is saying the listener went too far. So the question is, did the listener go too far? And honestly, yeah. But do I get it? Also, yes. Because you can only let somebody keep making little comments for so long before you finally say the quiet part out loud. Like, don't keep embarrassing me and then shocked when I embarrass you back. And that said, that repossession and phone bill comment, it's kind of a little clear. She came with a slick comment and then you came at her with a credit report. So I would probably apologize to that friend, even though she always does these sneaky comments to you. But
Oh,
I would not apologize for being upset because like you could only get so much like slick comments like that.
Yeah.
Like you will burst out one day, and it is valid that you do.
Yes. I gotta agree with that.
no, absolutely. She was 100% in the right. You can only take
Really?
so much. She needed to be put in her place. That
Oh,
girl
okay, got it.
obviously
I
has
thought you meant the other way. I was like, okay.
no. That girl has obviously no problem like trying to public humiliate someone. Taste your own medicine. Sorry about it.
Exactly. And I've been on the other side of that because, like, my husband, he's Armenian. He likes to drive nice cars. I literally could care less what we're driving. But, like, these girls in one of the book clubs, they're like, oh, okay, as a BMW. And the last time I drove okay, as a Land Rover, it's like, who cares what I'm driving? Like, because I don't really care. Like, so you're on the other end of it and it makes you feel uncomfortable. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm so sorry. This is my vehicle. Trust me. Like, I literally don't care what my vehicle is. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been on the other side of it and it doesn't feel good.
In high school, they nicknamed me Rich Bitch
Yeah. It's not
because my parents had a nice house and my dad bought my sister and I nice cars. Did we have jobs literally at 15? Not because we needed them, because we wanted them, and our parents taught us that you work hard. That's how you succeed in life, is you work hard.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's not what the general public assumed, which is absolutely insane. And I
don't like it. Not one bit. Okay, last longer problem before the speed round. This one is an am I the asshole style question.
I'm ready.
Okay. I love judging people, but politely.
Or not politely.
So this listener said she got married around 2 years ago. They had a beautiful wedding dress that was on the expensive side. She also had it customized into detachable parts so she could reuse them, rewear the pieces on it. She never planned on selling it, lending it, turning it into really any fairly heirloom or anything like that. So the dress was really special to her. She still uses parts of it. But her sister-in-law recently got engaged. She asked if she could borrow the dress. The sister-in-law said since the dress has movable parts, it could look different, but still beautiful. And borrowing it would keep, help with the wedding budget that they had. So the listener said she was not comfortable lending it because the dress is dear to her. She still uses it and she's worried, something might happen to it or someone could make changes to it. She offered to help her sister-in-law look for a secondhand dress, or bridal rentals instead. But the sister-in-law got upset. She said she was being difficult over a dress. The in-laws were also on the sister-in-law's side and saying it's just one day, and then, kind of refusing to compromise is driving a wedge in the family. So her husband, supports her, says, it's her dress, but he also warned that this may become a hill to die on with his family. So the question is she wrong for not wanting to lend her wedding dress?
That hill.
Okay, sorry guys. 3, 2, 1. So the question is she wrong for not wanting to lend her wedding dress? I would say, now I'm a little bit different than everyone because I do not put value on stuff whatsoever. My wedding dress was like $20 on Amazon and everybody loved it. So I would say lend it to her. I'm not really into family heirlooms either because I'm not the closest with any family members. So, to me, I don't have that like kind of attachment, that feeling. So for me, it's like, what? It would be cute for your sister-in-law to wear it. If she feels, like it's, helping with the budget. Obviously, she should respect her decision too because it is your wedding dress. You know what I mean? If you carry that kind of emotional attachment to it, I get not wanting someone else to wear it. I do understand both sides for sure.
Jasmine?
I think the person should be able to make their own decision. I feel like it should be up to them. At the end of the day, they bought it with their money. I do see where people are like, yeah, it's just a thing, but maybe to her it's not. So that's where I'm like, if you view things like that, then I'm going to be on the side of like,
It could be
it's your
it could be non-monetarial, it could be non-anything. Sentimental value is worth way more.
Right.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, if my sister wanted to wear my wedding dress, oh, absolutely not. And I as a recent bride, absolutely not. The pictures would look the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that either.
Our in-laws have our wedding pictures in their living room,
I
and
think it's cute when like they have
dress.
their old grandma's dress and like they refurbish it, or like the
Yeah,
grandma
that's
that's like in
adorable.
like passed away or like made it more modern. I think that's different.
Right.
Like, but like, yeah, that would just be weird.
Jasmine, if you pick out the dress of your dreams and then Aaliyah was like, hey, I want to get this fitted so I can wear it in my wedding.
Yeah, no.
No.
What about you, Vanessa?
I think no. I'm going with no. I'm with Kyrie on this.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want other people to wear my wedding dress because, like, human nature, you're gonna compare yourself to that
Yeah.
other person. Like, did they wear it better than me? And like, it's my dress, Like, it's
I must think
sentimental.
so differently than everybody.
Wait, like, I tried on probably 100 dresses to find my dress.
Yeah,
100
yeah.
dresses?
Yes.
Girl, I tried mine on like literally an hour before the wedding. I had like 3 options. I
That's
had
why
ordered
you
from
have no
Amazon.
attachment to it.
Yeah, I think I'm really with you, Kylie. I think I'm gonna try like 100 dresses before finding the
Yes.
perfect one.
Because I'm like I'm indecisive. Like, I'll go back 4 times. When I finally picked my wedding dress, I flew down to Austin, and I spent one full Saturday with Christy and her mom. And it was the first store we went to, and then I loved the dress. We went to the second, we went back. I tried it on again. We went to the third store. I went back to the first store after that. I went to that store 3 times that day, and then on that third visit, I ordered it. I had went back 3 times, and I was like, this is how I...
Wow.
I
That
told
is
told
definitely
I told my boyfriend though, like, I want to get like an expensive wedding dress, like what I really want, and then I'm gonna have that I don't know, like duplicated, and the duplicate one I could mess up. Like if I want to swim in a lake or like a photo shoot by the water,
Love it.
Like it doesn't hurt because it's
It
the
can be
cheap
like a little cheaper seams and doesn't matter the detail quite as much.
yeah.
An action shot dress.
Yes, not double dress.
That's a good business idea for someone.
Oh my! It's hey TM trademark.
Okay, before we wrap up, we're doing our favorite speed round.
All right.
This is where we give advice with very little context. Definitely irresponsible.
All right, this or that edition. Stay friends with an ex or block them forever.
Ooh, block them.
As if you can, block if you have to.
Block. You gotta block.
Block, 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 block.
Block, 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 block.
Tell your friend you hate their partner or mind your business.
Mind your business.
I've been there. Mind your freaking business. Like, don't even get into it. Just don't.
I don't
Just
know.
don't
I
do
would
it.
have to say one time. I'd have to speak my piece, and then I'd leave it at that.
Oh, you would say it
That's
though.
All right, double text or wait for them to reply.
Double text.
I'm a double texter. I'm a happy, excited about life. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I'll send like 7 texts at one time.
It's okay. I love it.
People can change or people stay the same.
People can change. I say that because I've definitely
People can
changed.
change if they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People can change.
They can
You
change.
gotta truly want to, though, for sure.
Yes. Ghost them or have the awkward conversation.
Awkward conversation.
Yeah.
Peace of mind. Awkward conversation.
At my ripe age of 29, I will now say have the awkward conversation.
Yep, you learn that with age.
Yeah.
More money or more peace?
More peace.
More peace, 100%.
Peace. Amen.
More money. Sorry, guys. I'm greedy.
She's like, screw my mental health.
If I have more
But I
money,
feel like with peace will come money.
No. Yeah, well, I was gonna say, yeah.
Wait, and I say that as we're comfortable where we're at. We don't need any more money. If I
Right.
live the way I'm living right now for the rest of my life, I would be good.
You just want peace. I want peace. So
My little duck coop in my backyard is such a dopamine hit every morning. Like, I don't need much else.
I love that you have that. That's awesome.
all right. Private relationship or public relationship?
Private.
I don't think it really matters. Like, as long as you're just being true to your relationship and that's really like how it is, and you're showing like, you know, it's okay to show that you love people, you know, especially if you're a content creator, you know, you like doing that stuff, you're artistic. That's
Yeah.
All right, great. You've changed my opinion, Kate. That was great.
Thank you.
I'm going with
You
public
know,
relationship.
Public?
Yeah. Why not?
yeah.
Oh my god,
She's
Vanessa.
like, yeah, why not?
He's gonna be that new TikTok influencer in like 3 years. I'm calling it.
I've kind of been doing. I've kind of been forcing my boyfriend to do TikTok videos with me.
I love that you're doing that.
You
I
need to send
think
me
they're
a
so
post
cute.
and follow you.
They're really good.
I'm following you on Instagram, Kylie.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's how I
TikTok.
see them is Instagram. I don't have TikTok.
Oh, they're on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hardly get on there. But I will now.
It's just like I'm hardly on there.
I posted 2 times last year, guys.
Going back to our this or that. Next one is closure conversation or disappear and move on.
It
Oh, I
depends on
need
the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't. Is it a hookup or a 3-month situationship?
Or is it a friend? Like what's the situation?
Whichever. I think it
Close your conversation with all of those still.
Yeah, I would say closure because I have abandonment issues and I don't like when people do that. So like I prefer to just like at least end things like however you need to.
I agree.
dream job or dream city.
Dream job.
Dream job. Yeah.
You can't be happy.
Your job is such a big part of your life, but so is where you live.
There's no job that is a dream. Like it's not. There's no job I want to do.
Hold on, I'm gonna send a
Oh, mine's
TikTok
stay
to the
at
group
home
chat.
mom. That's my dream job.
Alright. Last one. Be alone or be misunderstood in a relationship.
Alone.
Alone.
I think alone.
Yeah, alone.
It's definitely alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, that was a lot.
We solved love, marriage, careers, emotional affairs, and burnout.
And timelines.
So basically, the entire human experience.
And you're welcome, world.
Again, we are not professionals.
But we do care.
And we do have opinions.
So thank you to everyone who sent in questions. Some of you are really going through it.
Respectfully.
Please keep sending us your problems, questions, situations, just literally anything. We love your stories.
We clearly love being in people's business.
And if you heard your question today, genuinely, we hope our advice helped or at least made you feel less alone.
Or, and if it made you feel called out.
Hey, that might also be helpful.
Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. We want to introduce the next episode. It's going to be Instant Karma. We have some crazy Instant Karma stories you guys do not want to miss.
This has been Good Luck to
Good luck to the
Welcome.
world. Good luck, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.